Hello students, today we'll start with a new chapter, that is chapter number 4, e-commerce and e-governance. In today's lecture, we'll be covering following topic. First, what is e-commerce? Next, difference between traditional commerce and e-commerce. Next, advantages and disadvantages of e-commerce. Before learning e-commerce, let us understand what is commerce. So, commerce is nothing but buying and selling of goods and services. That is, whenever we buy or purchase any product or sell anything, then it is considered as a trade or commerce. Now, let us understand what is e-commerce. Students, there are many definitions available for e-commerce. As per your syllabus, we will learning only two definitions in this lecture. Your first definition is e-commerce can be defined as the process of buying and selling of goods or services using an electronic medium such as internet. Now students, we will see brief description on this definition so you will easily understand. As you know, nowadays we come across various websites like Flipkart, Amazon, Snapdeal, OLX, etc., which are used for online purchasing and selling of goods. These websites help us to purchase or sell any goods or products without going to any shop or market. This can be done very easily just on the click of a button. Now understand second definition. E-commerce is also referred as a paperless exchange of business information using EDI, email, electronic fund transfer, etc. Here, this EDI topic will be covering in the next lecture. Email. Students, I think you might have avail of this facility. We can send and receive mails using email facility from any part of the world. Electronic fund transfer. Electronic fund transfer includes all online bank fund transfer like RTGS, NEFT, etc. Now we'll see difference between traditional commerce and e-commerce. From this difference, you will understand how e-commerce is useful than traditional commerce. So first, traditional commerce, then e-commerce. Now, first point, traditional commerce is considered as manual. E-commerce is considered as automatic. Now, in traditional commerce, all activities of purchasing and selling of products have to be performed by going to the shop or market physically. But in e-commerce, all the activities of purchasing or selling of products or goods can be done just by using internet. We do not need to go to any shop or market physically. Second point, traditional commerce can be done during the day. E-commerce can be done anytime, day and night. That means in traditional commerce, shopping or trading can be done only during specific timing, for example 7 am to 11 pm. But in e-commerce, shopping or trading can be done at any time, that is 24 by 7. Next, traditional commerce provides face-to-face interaction. E-commerce provides screen-to-face interaction. That means in traditional commerce, whenever we go to the market to buy anything, we have to face interaction with the shopkeeper. Hence, we can say that there is a face to face interaction between a buyer and seller. But in electronic commerce, there is no face to face interaction, as all the trading is done using gadgets or computers. That is, it is nothing but screen to face interaction. Next, traditional commerce is limited to a particular geographical location. E-commerce is global and has no physical limitation. That is, in traditional commerce, the area within which shopping can be done is limited, as we cannot go to all the places throughout country or world for shopping. But in e-commerce, there is no limitation for area of trading or doing any transaction, as we use internet for this activity. Next, modes of payment in traditional commerce include cash, checks and credit cards. Modes of payment in e-commerce include credit card, e-wallet, mobile payment, etc. Meaning, in traditional commerce, trading is done using cash, check, that is, any payment can be done in cash or by check. But in electronic commerce, trading can be done using e-wallet, mobile payment apps, net banking, etc. Next point, in traditional commerce, delivery of goods and services is instant. In e-commerce, delivery of goods and services takes some time. That is, in traditional commerce, the product can be easily and immediately brought home after purchasing. But in e-commerce, the delivery of the product takes few days to reach home even after purchasing. Last point, in traditional commerce, scope is local. In e-commerce, scope is global. In traditional commerce, the search for the buyer or seller is limited within a specific location, hence it is said to be local. In e-commerce, the search for the buyer or seller can be global. That is, a customer can visit various shops or malls using website in any part of the world. So, this is the difference between the traditional commerce and e-commerce. Next, we'll see the advantages of e-commerce. As e-commerce is important in our life, we'll see the advantages. So, advantages of e-commerce. First, global scope. Next, electronic transaction. Third, cost saving. Fourth, anytime shopping. Fifth, no intermediaries. Sixth, public services. Now we'll see one by one. First, global scope. E-commerce have global scope. Now, customer can choose a product or service of their own choice from any vendor anywhere in the world. In physical market, due to space limitation, vendor can stock only a limited amount of goods. But in e-commerce, because of virtual market, business provides a lot of choice to consumer to choose a product of his or her choice from anywhere in the world. Second, electronic transaction. E-commerce reduces the paperwork and we can use credit card, debit card, smart card as a modes of electronic payment. Meaning in e-commerce we use credit card, debit card, smart card as a mode of payment. It reduces paperwork as online payment is done, invoice or bill is not generated. Next, cost saving. E-commerce allows customers to compare and select cheaper and better options. It helps in reducing the cost of searching a product. That is, e-commerce provide us various websites to attract customers. Several businesses, companies offer product or services at cheaper price. By navigating this website, customer can compare the prices of product and can select cheaper and better option. Next advantage, anytime shopping. A customer can shop 24 to 7. It does not have working hours like a shop. That is, in e-commerce, the business is open for 365 days and 24 hours. This means we can shop at any time of the day as per our convenience. Hence, we can say that e-commerce provide 24 by 7 service. Next advantage, no intermediaries. As intermediaries are eliminated, there is a direct link between the business and customer. That is, in traditional commerce, many times intermediaries are involved and we have to pay these intermediaries. But in e-commerce, as intermediaries are eliminated, the customers are free from bearing the extra cost of the middleman. Next advantage, public services. E-commerce helps the government to deliver public services as healthcare, education, social service at a reduced cost. That is, as you know students, public service include services like providing provident fund to employees, marriage certificate, caste certificate, passport, etc. For this purpose, we have to visit respective government offices several times and also bear charges for availing the facility. But e-commerce help us with availing these public services at low cost and in an improved manner. And that is when we are at home. Now we'll see disadvantages of e-commerce. Though there are lot of advantages of e-commerce, customer and business faces lot of problems with e-commerce. So e-commerce have some disadvantages also. We will discuss few disadvantages. First, setup cost. Second, lack of physical presence. Third, security issues. Fourth, goods delivery. Now we'll see one by one. First, setup cost. The setup cost of the hardware and software is very expensive. As you know, the setup cost of hardware and software is quite expensive. Companies have to pay high salary to their employee. Maintenance is also required after specific period. Next disadvantage, physical presence. Consumer can't see, feel and touch the product. That means it is kind of consumer feeling that consumer can't feel and touch the product. Sometimes no matter how good a product is explained and expressed, you will not able to sense the touch, smell, taste and sound through the screen. Next disadvantage, security issues. Security is a major issue. Chances of hacking account by cyber criminals in e-commerce. Security is a major problem. When we use our credit card, debit card for any online transaction, there are chances that the PIN number or any personal information may be hacked and misused. Last disadvantage is nothing but goods delivery. Customers face problems with shipping, delivery, mix-up, etc. As you know students, late delivery is one of the common disadvantage of e-commerce. While ordering a product, the customer is assured that it will reach to him or her at particular time period. But many times it does not happen and you have to keep waiting for it. Many times when a person who is going to collect the parcel had to wait for hours for the delivery. So that's all for the today's lecture. Notes are provided in the description box below. Thank you.